after last week's episode, I decided to wear pants. My shorts were entirely too short last week.
Really?
You can almost see my ass cheeks.
See him from the front?
Yeah.
That's how big of a dumpy you got?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't do hip thrusts for nothing.
That's fair. I love doing hip thrusts.
I wasn't even wearing that short of shorts. I think they're like 6-inch shorts. I just think they were running shorts, so they kind of naturally rode up a little bit.
6 inches, that's like a
way little over average.
Longer than any shorts need to be.
It's a little over average, in my opinion. It's actually kind of big, in my opinion.
It's too big, almost.
Honestly.
I got somebody at 7-Eleven this morning wished me a happy Mother's Day. I don't know how to feel about it.
Did he get you pregnant and then...
He looked like he wanted to nut in my butt.
You know what? I actually just assumed that it was a he. Could have been a she.
It was a guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, yeah, I felt really weird, and I didn't know what to say.
I think we're going to get a patient in the... Okay. About DB Cooper.
About DB Cooper?
Yeah.
Is she tackling that mystery?
She's obsessed with it.
Didn't they like solve it 3 times?
No. Never been solved. And it's not going to get solved now with the current state of the FBI.
I thought it was Loki that did it.
The biggest fucking nerd running it.
Why would the biggest nerd not be able to solve DB Cooper?
Well, he's not a nerd in practice. He's a nerd in looks. Have you ever seen a picture?
Derogatory?
Yeah. Have you ever seen a picture of Kash Patel?
No.
Oh, let me see if I can.
I'm expecting glasses with tape on the middle, braces, propeller hat.
No. But every single picture of him, you just want to fucking punch his face. It's not even the fact that like he wrote a book about a king named Donald.
Okay.
He basically wrote a children's book about January 6th.
That's crazy.
In which Donald Trump is the king, and he is like the serf that saves him. It's very weird. This is what he looks like.
I wouldn't say he looks like a nerd.
No, he's like 5'4".
Okay.
No,
well,
wait,
that doesn't help.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google his height. This is his official portrait, though.
Okay. Well, he looks fucking cracked out of his mind.
Well, he lives in Vegas.
Okay, so there's a chance.
Let's see. Kash Patel height. He looks short. He's shorter than Donald Trump, and Donald Trump claims that he's like 6'2" or 6'3", but I think he wears lifts. This says he's 5'9", but every picture I've seen of him walking next to people, he looks so like. This is him standing next to. It looks like Kristi Noem. This is like the most deep fried picture ever, but not to say like a woman can't be tall, but
he looks fucking crazy.
Yeah,
it's something to do with his eyes.
Is it the fact that he has a lazy eye and?
Oh, is that what it is?
I think so.
Am I just being ableist?
He looks. No, lazy eye. You can derogatorize.
Okay.
Lazy eyes. I have the type of allergies that can only be solved with a bullet in the sinus at this point, so if I sound disgusting.
Oh, it's your turn to sniffle into the mic.
Me in the bathroom at the club. Sniffling.
Dude, we got our first pope from O Block.
Yeah, Chicago kind of on a winning streak right now because they got the president.
President?
Yeah, Obama's from Chicago.
Oh, I thought you were saying Trump. I was like, I thought he was from New York.
Yeah, but they got Obama. They got the Pope. Wait,
Obama is from Chicago too? I thought it was just Michelle.
Well, Obama was born in Hawaii.
Yeah.
But he like went to college and like grew up, and he was a senator.
In Chicago?
Yeah, well, he was a senator from Illinois.
Okay.
In Chicago. And like you know how like when they do like the primaries or whatever, like the elections, they'll say like, you know, CNN predicts that Senator Barack Obama of.
Yeah.
It's Senator Barack Obama of Chicago.
Gotcha.
Or not Florida, Illinois.
Okay.
So he is like of Chicago.
Gotcha.
They also got what's his name? Chief Keef.
Yeah, he was from Chicago. They got King Von, but he's dead now. There's a lot of people.
King Von's not dead. He just did a podcast with Trump.
King Von?
Yeah, that stupid white guy, right?
No.
Who am I thinking of?
King Von is not white at all. Oh my god.
Who am I thinking of?
I have no idea, but now it's time for me to show you a picture.
He has like a mullet?
No.
Okay, I'm thinking of some Theo Von.
He's a black guy with dreads.
I'm thinking of Theo Von.
This is King Von.
Too many Vons were walking around.
Yeah, he was from O-Block. He was neighbors with Michelle Obama.
That's
Dude,
crazy.
Fuck off. I hate when my fucking Safari app is like, do you want to look at this in Google? And then it's either like sign in or continue. And so I always press continue, my dumbass, and then it tries to reroute me to the App Store 3 times.
They're about to get rid of that.
Thank fucking God.
Google is like...
Get rid of Google.
It seems like, from what I understand, there's an antitrust lawsuit that was brought against Google for like illegally buying, because you know how like Google is like the default.
Yeah.
Basically, they're alleging that like they bought, which they do. I mean, they did. They bought their way into Apple to be the default search engine. I mean, there's more. You can set your default in the settings app, and I think now they have a bunch.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I don't use.
The lawsuit was started with Biden, and weirdly enough, Trump's FCC, I think, guy. I don't know. Whatever department would be at the head of that. FTC, I don't know. Whatever department would be the head of that. Trump's guy is also like, yeah, no, that's a monopoly. That's an illegal monopoly. We'll
Wait, an American governmental department is pursuing an antitrust lawsuit.
Biden's.
Because normally you hear about these things coming out the EU.
Okay, the EU kind of is Hitler when it comes to antitrust stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, less fucking monopolies, the better.
No, but they are like trying to make every product the same, but they're making it the same in the sense of let's make every iPhone an Android, and that's just not gonna fly with me. Let me see.
I mean, if they're just trying to like make things simpler for people, like the whole everything has to be USB-C.
I think that's
like,
fine.
I
think that's fine. But
yeah.
they were like, oh, you need to open up. Like they basically said in Europe that it's a monopoly to have your own app store. Like they basically said like Apple cannot restrict the Google Play Store from being a downloadable app on the App Store. And then you like basically they're telling Apple how to design its own software.
Okay.
And then they're also trying to get rid of end-to-end encryption for iMessage in Europe, which is a little bit of a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Biden's FTC chair, Lena Khan, she was like #super woke.
Yeah.
She was on fire. She was the one
she
that
did something else really big too, right? Besides the Google thing.
She did.
I remember seeing her on Hassan's stream, but I don't remember what it was. She did a bunch of stuff.
They did the whole. They did the click to cancel thing. I mean that's getting repealed now under Trump. But
disgusting. They
basically said if you sign up for something, canceling has to be as simple as signing up. It cannot be more steps to cancel than.
There was something like really big that they were pursuing. I don't remember what it was.
I forget.
Was it like the Ticketmaster thing?
They did the junk fees thing. That's also getting repealed.
Cool.
I mean, it's like it's not even like that's the whole thing. It's like I understand like the whole like I don't understand it. It's just segregationism, but I understand like Trump coming in and being like, oh, we're gonna fire all the black people and we're gonna fire all the women and we're gonna fire all the gay people because DEI. Like I understand his bigoted thought process on that, but it's like what part of like, hey, Americans, you no longer have to pay, or you no longer have to like jump through hoops to cancel a subscription is like a bad policy. Like what is the angle on that? I'm struggling.
I mean, I feel like it's just a very capitalist like staple.
Yeah, I think this is the whole thing is like Trump's thought process, it seems, and the Republican thought process. I mean, really all of them, but the Republicans in charge right now, their thought process, especially like with the tariffs, is like, if the because they want to get rid of like they repealed the overdraft fee thing that the FTC did too, or the FCC. I'm not sure which one it was.
Mm-hmm.
It's not definitely not the FCC, but
one of those FNCs.
Maybe it was either way. There was some department that made it illegal for banks to charge you like excessive overdraft fees, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like repealing that, and all of these like policies are like, if the policies are absurd, then people won't use them. People won't like patronize those companies. But then it's like, okay, when there's only a Bank of America and a Wells Fargo that do the same exact thing in my area, like that's what I'm forced to deal with. Or if Planet Fitness is the only gym in my area. Because have you ever tried to cancel a Planet Fitness membership?
Nope, I've only upgraded and given them more money.
So to cancel, you have to do it in person,
mm-hmm.
and you have to do it at the gym that you signed up for.
Well, I signed up for it on my phone.
But what did you set as your home gym? The one here, right?
I don't know. I don't remember if I like did at the time.
So you,
because you can like switch it to see like how busy each gym is.
Yes, but the default one, like what is, when you open it up, what's your default?
The one by the office.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that wasn't the first one I went to.
I don't know. You can see what your home gym location is
on
the app, but for Planet Fitness, you have to go in, and some of them will like mandate that you have to cancel with like the club manager. Like you can't just like talk to someone at the front desk.
Damn, so I gotta go in and ask for the manager?
And that's if the manager's even there.
And I hope you're there listening to this episode of the Learning Curve podcast, episode 17.
It is 17.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Almost legal. We just gotta wait another week.
Many such a thought process from many such men and some women. Let's introduce ourselves before we forget to introduce ourselves, and also forget the socials and forget.
Welcome to the most racist podcast on the planet.
Not the most racist. I'm going to read you before we introduce ourselves. I'm going to say to you a phrase, and I want you to tell me if it comes off as a little racially insensitive.
Okay.
If I were to say, is it okay if a white boy gets Jamaican with it? Is that? It's because I could say it like it's not, because you know how it's like people are like,
what do you think is the implication here?
This was the context. The other night,
how does a white boy get Jamaican?
So this is the context. So the other night we went to a friend's house because it was their birthday.
Okay.
And it was like they were doing stuff with their family, and so the friend's boyfriend gave us a bunch of like chicken to take home because they grilled a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
And we came home and we gave Javi a piece of chicken. And I didn't look at the chicken before, like I didn't see it. And it kind of looked like jerk chicken. So we gave Javi a piece of chicken and he like scarfed it down. And I go, wow. I go, y'all mind if a white boy gets Jamaican with it real quick? Because jerk chicken's Jamaican.
Okay.
And Sean was like, that can't be appropriate. And I was like, I think it is. It's kind of like, like if a white boy knows how to like do the flamenco dance, or like if a white boy knows how to like, fit in with a crowd that is not of his ethnicity. Y'all mind if a white boy gets Jamaican with it?
I think it's fine, but like if I'm making an omelet and I use chopsticks and I say like, you mind if a white boy busts it down Japanese style? Like, I feel like
it
that's
depends on the type of omelet you're making. Because if you're not making a Japanese omelet,
where you do it over the rice, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like that would be fine if I'm saying that. Like I'm just making a joke, but every time you have said that phrase, I'm going to censor it in this episode, so it sounds like you're saying something horrible.
Perfect. Well, it stems from this tweet that I saw of when you make a quesadilla, you just take a tortilla, throw some like pre-shredded cheese on it,
Yeah.
fold it in half, throw it in the microwave, and it's the most disgusting thing ever.
Oh, it's so good.
It said, "Y'all mind if a white boy gets a little Mexican with it tonight?" Like it, it's obviously like a joke that like white people like oftentimes like try to fit in.
Me making my homemade tortilla chips for nachos last week.
You made you just bought corn tortillas.
And I just cut them up and fried them.
You made the tortillas? Like, that's crazy.
I do know how to make tortillas, but I just don't have a tortilla press. I learned it a long time ago.
Use a fucking rolling pin.
But the press is so cool.
If my grandma caught me using a tortilla press, she'd probably snap out of her dementia and hit me with a frying pan.
Okay, if a Mexican taught me how to make tortillas using a cast iron tortilla press, I'm going to use that.
My grandma would never let us do such a thing. She wanted us doing the manual labor.
I still can't do the fucking pick it out of the pan with my fingers thing, though.
You gotta get the calluses.
Yeah. My hands are too soft and supple.
Now I'm staring at your hands. I got told I had nice hands the other day. I bite my nails.
Yeah, you do.
Like,
I think we should just never introduce ourselves again.
No. We have to introduce ourselves. It's gonna bug me if we don't. Introduce yourself. I don't know why I brought my phone out. I'm not reading socials yet.
My name is Bodhi, aka Shrinky Dink, aka a little omelet.
Oh, a little omelet. I would name a dog that.
Omelet?
Yeah. I'm Cameron. I'm entering my Puritan era with my jeans.
Yeah, you saw the Pope was from America and converted.
Yeah, what if he's watching this? What if he's a hashtag learner head? What
if the Pope is watching this, you should just end the Catholic Church. Like, get rid of it. No more religion.
I think my favorite thing about the Pope, the guy they chose, one is that like he was barely on anyone's radar.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was really pulling for the Filipino guy.
Okay, so I got hella pissed off.
Why?
At a couple tweets, because there was one tweet that was like, the guy that I never have heard of but only heard of a week ago didn't win the election, so now I'm mad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, the Catholic Church is a pretty big institution. Like,
okay,
there's like 1.2 billion Catholics in the world. Like, it would be the same way that like I couldn't tell you who the contenders for the British like prime ministership or the British elections are, but like I would hope that someone who is not a fucking Nazi wins.
Oh, so you're
like they're saying like that people being mad that the Filipino guy didn't win is like stupid, because it's like you didn't care about the Catholic Church until the election, and or the conclave, excuse me. But like, I would care. Like it's a very big institution, and it is still a government nonetheless, because Vatican is its own country.
That's just the whole vibe of like, man, I knew this band before they were big type shit that people love to flex. Like, who gives a fuck?
I do like that the new Pope kind of looks like Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah, he does.
That's kind of cool.
It's very thematic for our podcast.
I think he should give some rappers from Chicago, except not Kanye West, maybe the key to the Vatican. Like
Kanye's from Detroit. Pretty sure.
No. I just listened to... Okay.
Is he from Chicago? I always confused.
He is Chicago from Chicago.
And Detroit. I think they're next door to each other. I have listened to
2 of his albums in the past week.
Oh my god.
They're downloaded. I'm not giving him streams.
They're downloaded? You have downloaded Nazi propaganda on your phone?
Yeah, I listened to the new one. No, I listened to Dark Twisted Fantasy and Life of Pablo.
God, I want to listen to Life of Pablo so bad, but I can't hear his voice without thinking of all of the crazy shit he's done.
Oh, no. Okay. It's just like I was like thinking about it, because I was thinking of the song from the last song from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, where it's like, Easy taught me.
Oh god, fuck Chris Rock for that. Song ruins that album for me.
Some of the most really? Hell of a Life ruins that album for me.
No, I think the rest of the album is magnificent, except for the whole fucking Chris Rock skit at the end.
But nonetheless, we were leaving LA, and it was like stuck in my head. I was literally sitting in the car going, easy Tommy. And Sean was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, okay, let me show you. So then we listened to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, got it out of my system. And then I was thinking of Waves from Life of Pablo. And I was like, damn, now I got to listen to the Life of Pablo. So I got it out of my system. Haven't listened to it since. But he mentioned Chicago many times throughout both albums.
Okay. So what about the Pope in Chicago? You think he should bless O-Block?
I think he should change the body of Christ to a Chicago dog.
Oh, I saw a photo. Someone at work showed it to me. I guess a Chicago dog is like a hot dog. It's got like a big ass pickle on the side of it. Like it's got like some other shit on it.
They also don't put ketchup on their hot dogs in Chicago.
Yeah, but then it also had like the little body of Christ wafers on it, and they were like the new Chicago dog.
Have you ever had a body of Christ wafer?
Unfortunately.
Is it good?
No, it doesn't taste like anything. It's just a thin ass piece of paper that they tell you is a cracker.
Is the wine good?
It wasn't wine because I was a child.
It's grape juice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just grape juice.
I thought they give kids the wine. They just say don't take a big sip.
They used to if they were fucking cool, maybe on like Easter or Christmas or something, but
I don't know what is it Marlowe? Is that the alcohol that people are talking about from Chicago?
Yeah.
Never had that.
I've never had that either.
Speaking of alcohol,
what the fuck did you do yesterday? You made us change our recording day just so you can go day drinking. I thought you had to work.
I told you that I had to work on the 24th. I went to brunch for someone's birthday.
Okay.
And I was not planning on drinking, but we got to the brunch spot and there was also a farmer's market like right out front. So Midtown was just
packed,
absolutely fucked yesterday with parking. So Sean let us out of the car and was like, go get the table because we had a reservation, all park. And so the mimosas were $11 each, $8 refills.
Jesus.
Or you could order them. I forget what they called it. They gave you a carafe of orange juice and a bottle of champagne for $35.
Okay.
And so I was like, if you just drink 3 mimosas, which a bottle of champagne will fill more than 3 glasses, it pays for itself.
Yeah.
And so we ordered that, and our waiter was like, oh, I'll give you 2 a glass, but your third guy has to come in and show me his ID.
Okay.
Before I put 3 glasses on the table. Okay. So I like made a mimosa, and then I was like, I guess I'll have a singular one. And then because I haven't drank in a while, I started feeling it, and then I just kept drinking them, and I ended up having like 6. So,
dude, mimosa brunches were always so much fun. Like I love just going there and then just knocking back mimosas.
You know how I used to
coming home and taking a 4-hour nap.
So that's the whole. You know how I used to get with Fireball, and probably still get with Fireball if I had some in this house. That's kind of like how I am with champagne now. Like I always forget how good champagne is, or the American version of champagne, because definitely it's not champagne for $15. And I just like, I tasted it and I was like, this is so good. Like I should have more of these.
Did you have a Wolf of Wall Street moment where after you drove home, you're like, man, I can't believe I didn't hit anything. And then you go outside and your bumper's hanging off.
Sean was actually the one who drove home, and he only had a couple mimosas and then stopped. And then I kept throwing them back. And so did our friend who went to brunch with us. And yeah, so Sean was completely sober. And we also walked around Midtown for like an hour afterwards too, which didn't help because it was 90 degrees and I was drunk.
Oh, hell no. Yeah.
I got home and they were like, let's go back to our friend's house. And I was like, I have a migraine. I'm gonna tap out for the day.
Yeah, mimosas are crazy because they're so easy to get fucked up on, but then you deal with consequences heavy afterwards.
Well, our gay waiter, and not gay derogatory, gay objective, like our gay waiter was like, oh, let me pour you your first glass. And gay people don't know how to pour alcohol correctly. They just remember the drinks at the River Cats game. Did you get a drink at the River Cats game?
I don't think so. I think I got like a Coke or something.
Oh, okay. essentially, if you go to a gay bar or you go to like a gay person and tell them to make you a drink, a double is a single.
Okay, so where's the issue?
It's not the issue. It's just more so it gets you fucked up a lot. And so the waiter goes, "Oh, let me pour you your first glass." And so we're like, okay. So he pours the champagne in almost to the fucking brim, and then goes like this with the orange juice to both of them. And
as he should.
And I was like, this is just a glass. Like if I wanted a glass of champagne, I would have asked for a glass of champagne.
This is just orange flavored champagne. This isn't even a mimosa.
Well, that's what I was telling. I was like, you know how in old fashions they like rim the glass with the orange peel? That's effectively what he did. Like I could have taken a sip of this champagne while he was like saying like orange juice, orange, Jolly Ranchers, Airheads, and I could have like gotten more orange flavor from that. Like just because it's like he literally like,
dude,
like
an orange Jolly Rancher would go hard. Why don't they have that?
They do.
And where? I've only ever seen the watermelon, the strawberry, the blue one.
Maybe I'm thinking of another
the green
candy.
one.
I'm surely thinking of another candy.
Probably. Orange Jolly Rancher would go crazy. Jolly Rancher, fucking bang my line. I'll give you
sponsor us.
I'll give you 10% of the profits.
Oh, of the ad revenue.
No, of the profits from the Orange Jolly Rancher.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're trying to Shark Tank them?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything exciting happened this week that you want to talk about? Why am I talking so close to the mic?
I don't think so. I made nachos. That's about it. Oh, I died on Monday. I completely forgot about this. So, Monday, Joe's coming over to bring eggs and...
because he has chickens.
Because he has chickens, yes.
just bringing eggs.
When I texted him over the last weekend asking if we could have some eggs, I was like, oh, do you want to stay for dinner on Monday night? I'm going to be making nachos. Not because it was Cinco de Mayo. I just wanted nachos. I didn't even realize until someone told me. But
every white person at my office on Monday, every white person was like, I'm making enchiladas tonight. And I was just like, I cannot imagine any of these are going to be good. Like, you people look like you get burnt by the sun. Like, you know the type of white person I'm talking about. Like, it's
yeah,
just,
like us.
I don't get burnt. I get burnt when you let me fall asleep in a raft while we're camping.
But yeah, I texted Joe. I was like, oh yeah, come over. I'm going to make nachos. And he was like, okay, yeah, I'll stay for that. And so I stopped at the store on my way home because I needed to get sour cream and cheese and like some other stuff. And then I come home and I'm like, okay, I got a fat stack of like the little street taco corn tortillas.
Okay.
And then you just quarter them and throw them in some oil and fry them. And then I was like, okay, let me get started on this because it's going to take fucking forever because I got to fry up like 80 chips. And so I was going to start
big back at my parents' house and we had a deep fryer.
Oh yeah, I just used a pan with some oil in it.
No, we had a full-on deep fryer at my parents' house.
But yeah, I was gonna start, but then I was like, oh fuck, we don't have paper towels, and you got to put them on the paper towels to And so I texted my girlfriend and I was like, oh, can you pick up some paper towels on your way home? I didn't realize we were out when I was at the store, and then she was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And so I'm like, okay, let me just like chill on the couch and wait for him. Maybe I'd take a little nap, and I wake up. And her and Joe are both standing over me, like yelling at me. And I was like, what happened? And Joe was like, I called you so many times and you didn't wake up. Banging on your door and you do not wake up. And the distance from where I was on the couch to the front door is probably like the same distance as here.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't far from it. He called me 5 times. He like texted me. He was banging on the door and yelling my name outside the door. My girlfriend was calling me, texting me. I just wasn't waking up for any of it. So Joe was just waiting outside of my apartment for like 30 minutes. And my girlfriend gets home, unlocks the door, comes in, and then they're both like yelling at me. And I'm still not waking up. But then eventually I do. And then I sit up and I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? What's happening? And they were like, we thought you were dead. And I was like, no, I was just taking a little nap. But yeah, I woke up and the power was out. and it said like 15,000 people were without power or something in my area, and I was like, oh well, I can't make the chips without power. And so we were thinking about what to do instead of the nachos, and then the power came back on.
Oh.
But yeah, I think I kind of killed the power grid when I died, or like my soul was interfering with the electricity.
Perhaps you fell asleep next to a power outlet.
That's exactly what happened, actually.
Touched it like I did.
Yeah. There's a power strip on like the back of our couch.
Yeah, it could have gotten through the stuffing and just
sucked all the power out.
Yeah.
For 15,000 people.
We have not had a power outage in so long.
Mm-hmm.
But the last time we did it was out for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Our power had went out last year, like midsummer, because the transformer just exploded on our street.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
I don't really mind. I mean, I do mind the power going out, but it's not like I can't be connected to the world. It's I can't even open my fridge if the power's out.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm hungry, I now have to like eat something out of the pantry.
Yeah, it's always the worst when the power goes out, because that's when immediately you start craving ice cream.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, fuck.
I can't open this. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it when the street lights flash when power goes out. Makes me feel like I'm in an apocalypse.
They do that a lot down here, and then we get the aura fog that comes in because it's 50 degrees in the morning and then 100 degrees in the day.
Yeah.
It really does look like a zombie movie. Have you ever watched the Mission Impossible movies?
I have seen 1, 2, 3. The fourth one was called Ghost Protocol, right? And then
Who knows?
I think I've seen the fourth one and the fifth one.
So you've seen 1 through 5.
Yeah.
Very, very complicated way of saying 1 through 5.
Yeah.
I have watched the trailer enough times now in theaters that I kind of want to see the last one.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
do you know how many, like, this is the last one? Like, whatever fucking organization Tom Cruise works for has been, like, disavowed. And,
Scientology?
No. Sorry. Ethan Hunt.
Oh, yeah. The IMF, which I thought was the International Monetary Fund. And then I recently found out it was the Impossible Mission Force. And I'm like, what?
Great writing. Fantastic.
I text Josh and so this is the story. I want to see the last one now because I do actually respect Tom Cruise on like a movie maker level because he's like anti-AI. He's very like pro-union. He's a fucking lunatic. Yeah. He's a Scientologist. So, you know, there's some things there to work out. But on a hustle standpoint, the man does respect cinema, and I have to give him his flowers for that. So I was like, okay, I'll go see it, but I don't want to do what I did with I think it was Top Gun. I didn't see the first Top Gun, so I didn't know what was happening in Top Gun 2. I did it with Saw as well. I went and saw Saw 10 without having seen Saw 1 through 9, which you really don't need to understand because it's the same story every time. But I was like, I want to watch it, and they're all on Peacock.
I don't think there was anything really in the first Top Gun that carried over besides Tom Cruise is a great pilot, and also Val Kilmer, and also Goose died and this is his son, and the woman from the bar. Oh, I've never seen a clip on TikTok of it with her in it.
Did you watch Top Gun Maverick?
Nope.
Oh, no, bad movie. Sorry. I mean, fun, whatever. Just straight up like the most egregious example of military propaganda. It was a Navy recruitment. Yeah. Like I get it. I understand. Like
that's what most military movies are.
I'm not like, well, I mean, if you put the US military in a movie, you have to have approval. Yeah. Like they get final say. And it's like I don't care. Like people saying the MCU is like a military propaganda, like okay.
How the fuck is the MCU military propaganda?
The military in
they have Captain America?
Yeah. Pretty much it. But it's just like I'm fine with war movies being military propaganda because I'm pretty like adept to it, you know. But like Top Gun Maverick, like the villain was an unnamed enemy. Like they literally was just like, the enemy has possibly a nuclear thing and we're gonna bomb the bunker.
Yeah, that's how the first Top Gun was too.
And it's like, oh, who's the enemy? And they're like, I don't know, but there is this.
It's heavily implied that it's Russia.
Well, that's what they were like. I don't know, but they're in these snowy mountains in the northern part of Europe.
Yeah.
And their flag is red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
So, excuse me.
I think back when the first Top Gun came out, it was still the good old hammer sickle.
Yeah, it was the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I watched the first Mission Impossible. And then I text Josh. Or no, I watched the first one and then I got halfway through the second.
Mm-hmm.
And I text Josh and I said, you've watched these because you seem like the type of person to have watched these movies. And he was like, I absolutely have. And I was like, when do they start to get good?
The Mission Impossibles?
Yeah.
Dude, the first three I thought were really good. Especially Mission Impossible 1. That one's probably my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
So I thought Mission Impossible was overly convoluted.
It is.
I was like, I'm trying, like, I understand the premise that he's being set up, right? That there's a mole and he's being set up. But the leaps and jumps they took to get there, I was just like, I don't need all this convincing. And then my review of it was, I really hope that the stupid face mask thing does not continue beyond this movie.
Oh, no.
And I'm just like kind of worried now about the other, because I've watched 1, 2, and 3 now. So I have to watch 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I'm kind of worried about the other 4.
God, what one was it? It's either Ghost Protocol, which I believe is the 4th one, or Fallout, which I think is the 5th one. Well, either way, whichever one Henry Cavill is in, where they had to CGI his fucking mustache because he didn't want to shave it.
No, that was, they CGI'd it for Justice League. He had a real one in Mission
did
Impossible.
I have it backwards?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So real mustache, not CGI'd. Possibly he shaved it before and they CGI'd it back onto him because he seems like he would do that. But he reloads his fists in that movie.
Yeah, there's a cut. Have you seen it?
So
he does.
funny.
He reloads. It's cool, but you can tell that they reshot the movie because he goes like, he does the reload thing, and on his left arm. So when he goes like this, and then he pulls his left arm back and he extends it. As he pulls it and pushes it out, a pocket appears on his shirt because he's wearing 2 different shirts, and so you could tell, you could see the blatant reshoot, and they just didn't edit it out. It's like one of the funniest things ever. I thought 3 was fine. 3 was my favorite. 2, I was like, 2 got worse. I was like, this is like a rare case of like the second one being worse, and then 3, I turned it on and saw Billy Crudup, and I was like, thank God they're putting good actors in this movie.
I love how in like every Mission Impossible movie, well, actually I think it's just like 2 and 3, like he has a wife in both of them, but they're like different wives, and then they both either get killed or get divorced because
at the end of 3 he had like secretly married, I don't know her name because she's not important to the plot, except to be a thing for him to think that she dies. And she lives. I could have sworn they broke up. I could have sworn I watched an ending where they break up on a dock. Maybe I'm thinking of the 4th one. I don't know because I've never seen them. But she lives, and then they did that stupid scene where he's like, "You got to kill me."
Yeah,
it's probably exactly what your girlfriend and Joe did to you actually this week.
What?
The scene where he's like, he has the little fucking thing in his head.
Oh yeah,
and he's like, "You got to kill me," and he sticks the wires in the bucket of alcohol and
they just electrocuted me to wake me up.
Yeah. No, she didn't even electrocute him. She shocked him to kill him and then did CPR to bring him back.
God, I love Mission Impossible.
I will say,
did you know he does all his own stunts?
I do enjoy that, but I will say that it's very funny how the character that he plays, Ethan, is like a completely different person between the first movie and the second movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like in the first movie, he's kind of like, he's not, I don't know, they kind of initially set him up to be like the hotshot agent, and he really doesn't do that other than like kind of like being right about everything.
Yeah, he was just like a standard kind of guy.
And then in the second movie, he like is Jared Leto for some reason for the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the third movie, he's
He starts getting progressively
Jeremy Renner.
more and more plot armor.
Yeah, it's like, what? Like, wait, isn't there a movie where he's Jeremy Renner for one movie? Or am I thinking of a different? No, that's the Bourne movies.
Yeah.
I was like, I know there's a movie where he's briefly Jeremy Renner and then it switches back to the original actor.
Yeah. That was, I forget what that was called.
Matt Damon? The Bourne Identity. The Bourne
No,
series.
yeah, I know that, but there was like a prequel movie or something to the Bourne series where Jeremy Renner played him, right?
Oh, I thought it was just sequential. I thought it was like 1, 2, and then Jeremy Renner, and then back to Matt Damon.
Oh, no, it's like Bourne Identity, Bourne fucking Revolution.
I wish there was an app in which we could discuss this Jeremy Renner filmography on.
Oh my god, imagine. Didn't he like lose his fucking legs in like a skiing accident or some shit? He was supposed to,
and it wasn't a skiing. He got ran over by a snowplow in Reno.
Oh.
Because he lives in Reno for some reason.
Yeah, so I thought he was supposed to not have a leg and like his career was over. And then I saw him in like an ad for like a new Marvel slop and I was like, what?
He was supposed to, but then like he recovered.
Oh. His leg just reattached itself?
It never came off. It just got caught in there. So it was like very broken. But he learned to walk again.
How inspiring.
Now if only Kash Patel could learn to stare again. Oh god.
I'm drained.
Why?
I don't know.
Nap?
Huh?
You want a nap?
No, I just woke up.
Oh. I'm going axe throwing today.
Axe throwing?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're recording this on Mother's Day, and that's what my mom asked to go do.
Yeah, that's why the guy wished me happy Mother's Day.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the guy from 7-Eleven. Yeah, my mom wants to go axe throwing.
Okay.
Very weird.
Gonna accidentally throw one at your dad?
But if you know my parents, not unlikely. Not unlikely. There was something I needed to tell you. What was it?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm like fucking blinking. Have you seen? You haven't seen Conclave, huh? No. I watched that again on the day they elected the Pope because I was really like fucking Catholic pilled.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think Ralph Fiennes is like one of the greatest actors ever to live. And it's a shame that he never got to play a bald-headed villain with no nose.
Do you think he should have played Voldemort?
He did play Voldemort. I don't recognize that he played Voldemort because I hate Harry Potter and I hate J.K. Rowling. And I think anything he's done that's not that is great. Did you see they're doing a Harry Potter series now? Like a TV show?
Yeah. It's really fucking funny because there's been talk about Snape being casted as like some black guy.
They did. They officially casted him as a black guy.
Okay, cool. It is going to be insane when Harry Potter is just like standoffish towards Snape, but he can't quite figure out why. Like they're gonna make Harry Potter into a racist. Yeah, that's in Harry Potter.
I've never read or watched Harry Potter.
Yeah, the whole like series Harry Potter is just like, I don't like this guy. I can't really tell why. He just seems kind of weird. And so now that he's a black guy, it's gonna go over real great.
They should give him he's from England, right?
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should make him American.
I was gonna say they should make him Irish.
No, Irish people love black folk.
Oh, you're talking make Harry Potter Irish.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say bring back some of the Ireland-England tensions by casting Snape as a Irish person.
No. Make Harry Potter like a Southern American.
That would be hella funny.
I don't know why I don't like this boy. But
there's just something about him. Wouldn't want him dating my daughter.
Jesus Christ. The way that some of the characters in Harry Potter are named.
Yeah, the naming is real great too. That's another like, fantastic thing about Harry Potter. I don't get
why people were like, J.K. Rowling's a racist.
Yeah.
Like, as if it's shocking. Like, everything I read about Harry Potter is against my will, and it's never positive.
Yeah. It's like, the one Vietnamese sorcerer is called the Viet Cong. We're terrible people. And it's like, you can't just like think of any real name for this person.
I think the IP is cursed because then they immediately went into, what is the prequel series called?
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that had Johnny Depp and Ezra Miller in it.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being on that set?
With Ezra Miller mid crash out would be insane. At the same time, Johnny Depp is going through like this crazy ass lawsuit.
Beating all the women, allegedly.
Shitting on beds.
Did he do that?
Or no, it was Amber Heard that shit on the bed, right? Supposedly. Who fucking knows anymore? That case was such a mess.
I didn't pay. The only celebrity trial that I've been paying attention to is the Gwyneth Paltrow ski one.
Oh, yeah, that one was crazy.
Just so ridiculous.
Oh, the celebrity trials, speaking of.
Oh, God.
Do you know who YNW Melly is?
I thought you were going to say something about Diddy.
No.
No.
So, rapper.
That sounds like an XXL freshman class rapper.
I think he was proposed, but I don't know if he ever made it in. He had one song that popped off called Murder on My Mind, right? It's a story about... The guy's like real name is like Jamal Demon or something.
Okay, have you ever... Hold that thought. Hold this thought about YML Nelly? YNW Nelly.
Yeah.
Hold this thought. Have you ever like looked up rappers' real names?
Sometimes.
Some of them don't need stage names.
That's fair.
Like, did you know 6 Lack, and I'm not calling him Black because it's stupid. Did you know that 6 Lack's real name is like Ricardo Valentine? That's a fucking hard ass name. That's a better name.
Maybe if you just like Valentine.
Ricky Valentine? Like,
you sound like you're a fucking mobster from the 20s or something.
That's such a cool name though. Did you know one of the Migos names, I don't know which one it is. I think it's the one that's married to Cardi B or was married to Cardi B. The one that has a kid with Cardi B. His name is Kershink.
Kershink, yeah.
Yeah.
But YNW Melly popped off with the song called Murder on My Mind. It's a song that talks about how he's like chilling and then somebody runs up on him, he shoots him, and then comes to find out it was just his homie like moving a little too fast. And so he killed his friend. Talks about like his friend being like, oh, I'm scared to die, I don't want to die, and him being like, I'm sorry, man, but it's like too late type shit.
Is that not like the plot of the A$AP Rocky trial?
No, that's not the plot of the A$AP Rocky trial at all.
Okay.
But that song pops off. He then uses the same beat to make a song from his homie's perspective about how he got shot by YNW Melly.
That's hard.
So it's like a confessional from both sides of the situation, kind of. He ends up going to jail for this murder. And I guess whatever state he's being tried in has just fumbled the bag so hard that the judge is talking about just letting him go.
Well, I'm not going to lie. Without knowing anything about this trial, I can probably guarantee you that instead of being like, hey, he made a song confessing to this, they're like going with the whole he's black angle. Like I could already see it.
I mean, I think the song was used in evidence, and I think the song and like all of Young Thug shit are the reason why people are pushing.
A trial where they
I think it's still going on. It's been going on for like, or no. It ended.
Didn't his lawyers essentially use like the excuse of like it's all hypothetical, and the judge was like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of instances in that court case where it was like, oh my god, I can't remember what it was exactly, but it was like,
I remember it being
what does
extremely
YSL
funny.
stand for?
Like, oh yeah, okay, hold on. Young Thug. I'm gonna get the exact quote because it's so. I remember reading it. Yeah,
no, there were a bunch of instances like that, but like the Young Thug trial, the YNW Melly trial, I think Tekashi 6ix9ine's as well. They were talking about how like music should not be used as evidence in court anymore.
Yeah. I think there's like a case that's making its way to the Supreme Court, I think, to determine if that is something that can be done or not.
Yeah. It just reminds me of that Key and Peele skit. Did you ever watch a whole lot of Key and Peele?
No.
So there's this one where he's like,
okay. Young Thug's lawyer explains what Young Thug means. Truly humbled under God.
Yeah. It was just crazy shit like that.
They need to get that lawyer on every defense case ever.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Young Thug's lawyer was hella chill because there was an instance in the court case where like some crazy shit was happening. Like something absolutely unhinged by the offense, not defense. What is that called?
Why are you...
The attacking team?
The prosecution?
Yeah.
I was like, why are you breaking this down like a sports analyst?
Like the prosecution was doing some crazy shit, and then the judge put his lawyer in contempt, Young Thug's lawyer in contempt, and then he like sat in jail with Young Thug and like some other people who were like, this is fucking ridiculous. What are you doing here?
You don't mind if a white boy gets down with it?
Yeah.
Like,
fuck, what was I talking about before?
The music at trial.
Music trial. Oh yeah, that Key and Peele skit. He's like, one of them's a cop, the other one's a rapper, and it's like, we know you killed this person, and he's like, I didn't do anything. And then he's playing his music, and the music is like, I killed this person behind the Red Lobster. I used a knife. And then he's like, that's just a song. I have an alibi. And then he presses play on the song again, and it's like, here's my alibi. I'm gonna tell the cops that I was here doing this. And then he's like, it's just a metaphor. And that was like the whole Young Thug trial.
Speaking of Key and Peele, do you like retroactively find them funny? Like looking back at it?
Like watching it after it happened?
Like now in 2025?
Some of them. I will say some of them, maybe I just watched it too much, or it became too much of like a cultural touchstone. But
yeah,
like the substitute teacher one is like, it's like kind of mid now.
The Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like the East West Bowl, kind of same thing.
The only one that for me lives up to today that I've seen is the Obama shaking hands one.
Yeah, that one's good. I like that one. I like that rapper one I was just talking about. I like the Racist Zombies one. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have. Yeah,
no, that one's funny.
Yeah. Well, the reason I ask is because I saw this tweet and it was like sisters having a Brockhampton phase in 2025, and it's like, don't speak ill on saturation too.
For real.
Don't speak ill on it. Don't speak ill on iridescence either. Nonetheless, I like thought about it because it's like the Brockhampton's like the like poster child for like why did people listen to that for some reason, even though it's like perfectly whatever.
Yeah.
But like Sean was telling me that like they watched a Nick Kroll sketch show last night.
Okay.
And I was like, don't find Nick Kroll funny anymore. I used to find him hilarious.
Who is that? Because the name sounds familiar.
Mouth.
Oh.
And it's like, he was like, you watch Big Mouth? And
he's like the
main guy.
Yeah, he was like the guy that...
He played the hormone monster.
He went into rehab.
No, that's John Mulaney. Oh. The other guy. He played the... I like how I have my Do Not Disturb on and just notifications.
Who's notifying you?
Co-star for my astrology. Do you want to read my horoscope for today?
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Well, also, why does your horoscope get through Do Not Disturb out of everything? I don't know.
I said nothing. The fucking thing is supposed to turn all my notifications off.
That's crazy.
Before we read my horoscope, just Nick Kroll was the hormone monster, and he was the short one.
Okay.
Not the tall one.
The one that fucked the pillow?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess they're all kind of
I think he played that guy too. He played a bunch of people.
Okay.
Nonetheless, people like Nick Kroll, people like, I don't want to say like Key and Peele aren't funny, but like the Key and Peele show, things like Workaholics.
I've never seen that.
Just stuff that like I found funny when I was a teenager. I like kind of am like, why did I find that funny again? Like, what was the appeal of this? Like, it wasn't even edgy.
That's fair.
The only person that I think is still funny today is Eric Andre.
I disagree. I think I found Eric Andre funny when I was a kid. Now I don't as much anymore.
Really?
Yeah, it's just a lot of the like, oh, lol, random, let's be loud type shit, and I'm like, that
Have you
isn't
seen?
funny to
He
me
had
anymore.
a stand-up special that came out in 2020, like right in the middle of the pandemic. You see that?
I think I watched like part of it, and then I was like, this sucks, and then I turned it off.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
maybe it was because I was in a group. We watched it when we went to Reno, and it was like a group of like 16 of us watching it, and the last like 10 minutes are the funniest thing like I've ever seen in my life. I don't remember what the joke was, but we were like literally like we had to pause it. We were like laughing so hard. But it's, yeah, I don't know. It's just like I look back at some of the things that like I watched when I was a teenager, and I was just like, why did I fucking find that funny? Like, what was the appeal of this to me? Key and Peele, Workaholics. I think I convinced myself I like Workaholics because I probably didn't like it back then either, because just fucking annoying. Impractical Jokers.
I think some of the Impractical Joker stuff is still really good.
Well, 2 out of 3 of them are going to jail.
I'm pretty sure it's just 1 out of 3 now.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but there was like a bunch of shit that came out that some of the stuff was doctored.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's fair that your sense of humor evolves over time. Like,
Well,
the
this
things
is
you
the whole
find
thing.
funny are based off your personal experiences and your views on the world, and those are never going to be stagnant, hopefully.
That's so deep.
Thanks.
I'm not even being sarcastic. That's deep. Fuck. I don't like a lot of comedy stuff. I don't know. Like, people tell me I'm cynical about it, but like, I just don't find a lot of like comedies funny. Like, I find them like stupid.
Like comedy movies?
Comedy show. Like, I watch them and I'm just like, this is not like.
I think comedy movies are inherently going to be stupid.
But like,
and they're funny
like
the first time you watch them.
No, it's not even that. It's like literally like, this is not even entertaining. Like, you know, the people who like do you like The Office?
I've watched it a couple times.
I just want to prime you if I'm going to speak ill on you real quick.
Oh, it's fine. I'm not like one of those people that's like, oh my God, The Office.
Okay, yeah. Those people I fucking hate. Because I've watched episodes of The Office and I'm just like, this isn't funny. This isn't even like entertaining. Like, it's just 20 minutes of adults acting like children. Like, oh, haha, Steve Carell is stupid. Have you ever seen Steve Carell play a serious role? It's much more entertaining.
Yeah, what's it? The Big Short?
The Big Short.
I love him in that.
The role that he played in, there's an Apple TV show called Morning Show. And the show originally started, it's Reese Witherspoon, Jennifer Aniston, and Steve Carell. The story in short is it's a play on, I don't remember what network it is, but the sexual assault scandal on that like news network. I think it was like CBS or something like that.
Okay.
It's like it happened in real life and they like kind of dramatized it essentially, but like didn't use the names, didn't use the exact details. Essentially what happens is Steve Carell and Jennifer Aniston are like part of the morning show, which is essentially Good Morning America. And it comes out that he like has sexual assault allegations. He gets fired. He's literally only in the show for 1 season and 1 episode. So 1 season and then season 2, episode 1. And then he's out. But like, he plays a literal, like, he like admits to it. Like, he admits that he like sexually assaulted someone. And it's like such a good performance. Like, I get that he's like a bad person, but like, it's a good performance and it's totally serious. Or like Parks and Rec. Never found that funny.
I liked Parks and Rec more than I did The Office, but maybe that's just because of Aubrey Plaza.
I hate Chris Pratt's face. I can't. Like Nick Offerman's another example of the Steve Carell thing. It's like when he plays a role that's like actually serious, it's good. I will say, thinking about it, 21 Jump Street is like maybe the one thing that I watched when I was a teenager that like I watch back now and I'm like, this is still kind of funny.
Yeah, 21, I agreed. 22.
22 is good for like 40% of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of other stuff in there. But yeah, it's just stuff like I never found The Office or Parks and Rec or The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt or New Girl or any of that crap, like those like sitcoms. Never found them like funny and entertaining.
You just have no joy in your heart.
No, I honestly think it's a quality issue.
It's a quality issue.
I'm gonna get very canceled for this. I grew up because my mom grew up watching these shows, so I grew up watching Roseanne and The Cosby Show.
Oh God.
And admittedly,
You watched a TV show that somebody made. Fucking find him, dox him.
well, Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I know.
And Roseanne Barr.
But,
No, but like I will still gladly watch those shows because they're actually funny. Like, it's organic humor, I think. I feel like a lot of the humor in today's TV shows, there's Schitt's Creek. Hate that show.
yeah, you keep naming shows I've never seen. Like,
good. It's okay. Good. Because I feel like a lot of the humor is like a look to the camera and go, kind of humor, like, look what I got to deal with kind of humor. And that's exactly what The Office is. But like, it's a lot of that. And it's just like, it's not funny to me. Like, I enjoy organic humor. There is one movie that I've watched, I can recall in the last 2 years that I've enjoyed. And it's the new, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called One of Them Days. It's with Keke Palmer and SZA.
I saw a trailer for it.
It was genuinely really funny. A lot of people gave it bad reviews. But I can tell you right now, it's because a lot of the people that were giving it bad reviews were white.
Okay.
And it was like, this wasn't funny. And it was like, well, this is two black women, like, living through a day in their life. So if you can't find it funny, it's just because you don't know any, like, black women.
Okay.
Like, you've never interacted with a black woman before. Because I understood the jokes. Like, you're just not getting the jokes. But it's just like, I don't... There's a movie with Jennifer Lawrence that came out a couple years ago called No Hard Feelings. And she's like a 30-something-year-old person, and the parents of this 19-year-old hire her to date their son because he's like socially awkward and he's going to Princeton. And they were like, we don't want him being like a nerd, essentially, going to Princeton. Like, we want him to be like social, like a social butterfly.
Okay. And
so they hire her to date him, but they also kind of imply that they want her to have sex with him too. And it was a pretty funny movie, but like in both of those movies, the humor was organic. It wasn't like needle drop jokes. And I think that's my problem with a lot of like comedy related stuff is like.
So you're just saying you like good writing?
Yeah.
Like all of that can just be surmised and you just like good writing.
Okay. Fuck. Kill me for yapping, I guess. Okay.
What was it? Oh yeah, your horoscope.
My horoscope.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what we were going to talk about.
Do you have CoStar on your phone?
No.
You should download it.
Do I look like a bad bitch?
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm not that bad. I don't got a horoscope.
I think you're bad.
How do I find it? Let me find mine. I'm not downloading that app, but how do I like just find it?
The app? You go to the App Store.
No, not. I just said I'm not downloading the app. So I just Googled today's horoscope.
Do you know what sign you are?
Yeah.
Okay, Google your horoscope for today. Okay. My because it gives you your day at a glance, but then it gives you a full breakdown. So my day at a glance is the way you left your bedroom this morning is the way you'll be in the world today.
You sleep in your underwear.
I actually
You're not in your underwear right now.
I did not sleep in my underwear last night.
Damn, you slept in those jeans?
I slept in my Beyonce shorts that say thick across the butt.
That's your whole thing?
No. Okay. So it says, good afternoon, Cameron. It's 76 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny today at a glance. And then it gives me the bedroom thing again. My do's for the day are broken glass, salt spray, and dark humor.
What the fuck does that mean?
My don'ts for the day are bar fights, passive-aggressive texts, and cruelty.
Okay, who gives a fuck about the don'ts? What is the do's? How do you do broken glass? They want you to break a glass?
Yeah.
Okay, what about the salt spray? What the fuck is even that?
Salt spray is something you put in your hair.
Okay, and what was the third one?
Sorry, my app crashed. Dark humor.
Dark humor. Okay, that's fine. I'm so confused about the broken glass thing. Go break a glass right now.
Huh. Ooh.
Okay, so this one doesn't give me do's and don'ts, but it says
I have a deeper dive too. So
a deeper dive.
You read yours and then we'll do my deeper dive here.
It says this is just the first one that I clicked on. I googled today's horoscope Cancer, and then this is the first thing that I clicked on. It says, you hardly even believe in love, much less love at first sight. Cancer, but something that occurs today may turn you into a believer. You never know when it will happen. You could be in line at the grocery store when someone catches your eye and heart.
Oh my God.
Perhaps someone with whom you've only had a phone relationship suddenly shows up at your office. Adventure lies ahead.
Perhaps someone who wished you a happy Mother's Day.
Oh my God, I'm going to fall in love with an Indian man.
That's so crazy.
That
Do you
is
see
crazy.
how like accurate that is? You should go back to that 7-Eleven on your way home.
I should suck him off. What is this? You can feel more
Chat.
confident in your independence and
Am I an
security.
Indian man?
You go paint your face and just then come back and we'll talk. You can feel more confident in your independence and security through today's actions or plans, dear Cancer. Someone or a love interest might introduce interesting experiences into your life. New developments or unusual events surrounding business or financial matters can figure strongly. New developments or unusual events surrounding business or financial matters can figure strongly. Am I just like having a stroke, or what the fuck does that mean?
It's saying that Jolly Ranchers is going to buy your orange idea.
Oh, sick. Innovative ideas or sudden recognition can get you all fired up and motivated. While impulses to spend may need a second look, it's a fine time to feel inspired by new methods or technologies. What? How are those thoughts related? Impulses to spend may need a second look. It's a fine time to feel inspired by new methods or technologies. Are they saying I should open a new credit card? Is that what that sentence means?
I think you have to interpret it yourself. So if that's what's coming to mind, yeah.
Product or business venture ideas can be golden, and insights coming to you today can seem to hint at a new direction. Even if some desires don't stick, you are exploring your options, and it's a useful exercise. You may very well tap into something exciting. Creativity, good, and then the little squiggly. Love, good, and then the little squiggly. Business, good.
Tilda,
Yeah.
do you want to hear my breakdown?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. So the breakdown is I find power in routine, spirituality, sex and love, and self. I find trouble with thinking and creativity in my social life. That's actually a lot. It's actually pretty accurate. Okay. It says, today you're seeking out mental stimulation in some shape or form. Even disagreements can source. This does not make sense.
Sound it out.
No. Even disagreements can a source of enlightenment.
Oh, they just forgot the word be.
I think can be a source of enlightenment. You'll understand what it means. This month, you're ready to cook yourself a nourishing meal.
Finally, you're going to get in the kitchen.
Finally. This is a commendable move for someone who could be useful for... who can be full of themselves. I am pretty full of myself. Guys, I'm so great. Okay, don't be afraid to strike out and find something new. The broader focus of your life, underlined.
Okay, that's important.
The broader focus of your life during this time is to seek advice before you make an important commitment to someone. Infatuation is fun when it's light until it moves into obsession. Desire will eat you alive if you let it. And then it asks me if that was useful.
Is that useful?
I think it is.
Okay, I found another one. This one also gives me weekly and monthly and yearly, so I'm going to go through those as well. But this shit, I'm going to need a translator for it. It also has a number, so you, the audience, can call them at any time. The number is 1-800-374-1791. It says call us anytime at the top. Okay, so this one for today, you're looking at your life and your legacy in a new way now that visionary Neptune is in Aries and your house of aspirations. The fuck does the middle of that sentence mean?
Read it again.
You're looking at your life and your legacy in a new way now that visionary Neptune is in Aries and your house of aspirations.
Oh, okay. I can explain what this means, kind of, because I don't really know too much on it. I just like reading the stuff.
Okay.
But essentially, this is why you should download the app. So you have your primary, which is your sun sign. So
Okay.
I'm a Leo, but then my moon is Gemini and my rising is Capricorn.
Yeah, I don't know that shit.
So the moon,
I'm just learned I was a Cancer to talk to hotties.
the moon, I think, is the day I was born on, not like July 28th, which is my birthday, but like the day
of the week. Okay.
And then the rising is the hour that you were born, or the exact time you were born.
Okay, well, I don't know that, and I'm not going to figure that out.
Yeah, there's a joke where it's like moms get the text, "What time was I born?" And then they respond back, "Break up with her right now." But essentially, read the sentence again.
You're looking at your life and your legacy in a new way now that visionary Neptune is in Aries in your house of aspirations.
Yeah, so it's saying that the planet Neptune is aligned with the Aries like sign right now. Like it's like a weird, like like Mercury's in retrograde. It's like one of those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it just means nothing. This vibe is all about dreaming a new dream. A conversation with a friend or colleague may provide some insight into what you should aim for as Neptune aligns with insightful Mercury in your house of community. What does that one mean?
Look.
Why is everything about Neptune?
We need to get an astrology girl on this.
It can be helpful to seek feedback from a person who knows you well and understands what you hope to achieve. They're likely to see something that you're missing. Later, as the moon squares hasty Mars in your financial sector, impulse shopping can get you in trouble. Take time to think things through. So there is some consistency here across all of these other ones that I read.
In astrology, all of the planets and like their alignment.
Yeah, they like talk to each other.
Yeah. Yeah. And they like mean different things for you. It's why like, people will be like, sorry, I shot you. Mercury's in retrograde right now. Like it's literally that. It's like the alignments of the planets can affect different people differently.
Okay. Let's look at weekly horoscope.
Okay.
Expect an emotional week ahead. Fucking fantastic. I love emotional weeks.
You're going to fall in love with what's his name from 7-Eleven. I'm telling you.
First off, the full moon in Scorpio on Monday will energize your fun-loving 5th house, making your love life, creativity, or kids a high priority. However, it won't be all smooth sailing due to the accompanying Mercury-Pluto square in your realms of romance and intimacy, which may set the stage for a conflict over the depth or transformation of a relationship. A friendship may be involved. I'm gonna hook up with somebody. Harmony will likely resume midweek, but then is back to a bumpy ride this weekend as Mercury collides with contentious.
God, smokers cough right into the mic.
Okay, so bumpy ride this weekend as Mercury collides with contentious Mars. Still, the sun merging with unpredictable, enlightening Uranus and Taurus suggests a friend will offer a powerful insight. A love psychic can also provide intuitive guidance. Dude, I wish I lived in this world where like I could just look up at the planets and be like, well, Uranus is colliding with Taurus, and so that means I shouldn't buy this lollipop, and like some other crazy shit where like the planets are merging and colliding and speaking to each other. I wish I was that fucking delusional where this shit made sense.
I think it's fun to read. I don't really put too much stock into it, but I have a breakdown. It also gives me a breakdown here of my power and my trouble. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, what's your power?
Okay, so the power...
Wait, you get a new superpower each week?
No, remember at the beginning I said my power is routine, spirituality, sex, and love and self?
Oh, yeah.
And then my troubles was thinking, creativity, and social life. So it gives me a breakdown of all of them.
Okay.
So... power and self-respect. Treat everyone's feelings as if they are something precious that you can't afford to replace. You process trauma through your friendships and acquaintances if you can figure out how to remain open to different perspectives. Also, did you know if you download this app, it can match us together and tell us how compatible we are?
I'm not downloading this fucking app. Are you like a fucking ambassador for it? What's your fucking affiliate code? Like,
sponsor us.
That'd be great.
I'm gonna put the app up there, and by the app I mean the Learning Curve logo. Supernatural grace. Over the next few days, your ability to transcend the material world is at your disposal.
What, are you gonna fucking kill yourself? What does that mean?
I'm gonna get electrocuted and fall asleep on my couch. Make a commitment to your clear head. Got a clear head for you. Nature Nature obscures mystery by way of splendor, not by cunning. Magnetism. Your Venus in Virgo transforms your clean-edged vitality into a special power.
They really just got like a fucking, you know, those things they play bingo with where it's like a roller. They just like put a bunch of words on some ping pong balls and just pick one out of there and like, all right, we need to make a sentence with this.
There's more. Hold on. This is still under magnetism. This is the moment to mobilize your many talents and leave your power games out of intimate relationships. According to the ancient Greeks, there are 8 different types of love. Learning them will shine your light on your relationships. And you can learn about the different types of love in episode 15 of the Learning Curve podcast.
I was about to say, we need to take the Greek love language test. The one we took only had like 4.
I know. We should look that up. We should also do an episode where we put you on Grindr for an hour while we're while we're recording and just see how far you get. Okay, success in your work. The rule breaker is in a stable flow. What does that even mean?
So there's like light flow, there's heavy flow, there's stable flow, and then it determines what size tampon you need.
Yeah, okay. Focus on all the knowledge you've gathered in your life so far. A moment can provide the possibility for a clear, accurate, and unbiased perception of the world. Okay, here's my trouble. There's only 2 of these. So my social anxiety trouble is people with their Uranus in Aquarius. What? People with their Uranus in Aquarius are known for always going off track. Okay, well, read me there, girl. There's some truth to this, but actually you are disinterested in the beaten path. During this time, it may be hard for you to stay away from power games. It's just the exact opposite of what it told me to do. Don't be defensive. You already know what to do.
Dude, it fucking clocked you with that 3rd sentence. Don't be defensive. You know what to do.
Damn. Okay. And then uninspired. This is the whole like creativity thing. Mercury determines the way that you make sense of information and how you communicate what you know to other people. Your Mercury is in Virgo, which means that when this is like the first time it actually has said that, which means
thank God
that when things are good, you think and communicate with the help of your crystal clear psyche. I had a crystal clear head. But when things are hard, your self-criticism can drown out any other voice in your head. Right now, you're having trouble in this area. Your most paranoid thoughts usually say more about your unconscious fears than they do about other people.
That's crazy. So you got a clear head like those fucking aliens from the 4th Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah. I was just thinking of that, actually. This is my chart.
1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 11.
Those are my houses. So I'm a Capricorn ascendant and a Neptune ascendant. My Aquarius is in Uranus and Jupiter. My Aries is in Saturn. My Gemini is in Moon. My Leo is my sun sign. That's just like your normal.
What Mormon planet do you go to when you die?
I would like to go to Io.
Io?
Yeah.
One of Saturn's moons?
My Virgo is in Mercury, Venus. My Mars is in Libra, and my Pluto is in Sagittarius.
Crazy.
Oh, it has a breakdown of all those. Holy shit.
Oh, okay. That's
I've never opened this app before.
I have my yearly horoscope for 2025.
Oh, it has that on there too, but it was going to charge me $11.99.
Oh, this one is free. So the year ahead for Cancer, it's a year of connection for Cancer. Powerful eclipse aspects in early March and September uncover opportunities for you to grow a community. Well, fuck, I already missed the one in March.
Come back around in September. So September,
we're growing
never
our
forget
community.
September.
Never forget. Don't forget. September, important month for us. Something big is going to happen. Maybe for the 2nd time. From midsummer onward.
Perhaps in a field.
Or a building.
In a crowded area.
I'm gonna bring a
we're gonna get fucking doxed. Oh God.
From midsummer onward, you revolutionize your vision of who you are and what you can accomplish. Jupiter enters your sign on June 9 for a year, dropping money and influence into your zone of self. Dude, I'm going to get Jupiter money.
They do got a lot of gas on Jupiter, a lot of precious gas, a lot of helium.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to figure out how to extract it. Since Jupiter is exalted in your sign, it gives you more benefits than it would most people. This brightens how you feel about yourself, your life, and your world. Expect expansion, vision, luck, and happiness to be your underlying themes from June 2025 through June 2026. This is what I should look out for. Neptune in your career zone could cause a bit of naivete when you're assessing other people's motives from March 30th through October 22nd.
Thank God. Because on October 23rd, I was going to stab you right in the back.
I was about to say, I'm fucking Julius Caesar this year. Saturn in your 10th sector from May 24th through September 1st, co-present with Neptune, will help keep you realistic. Overall, the aspects between Jupiter and Saturn will create a balance between optimism and practicality, which you'll manage beautifully. Love predictions. From July 30th through August 25th, Venus in your sign brings romance your way on a silver platter. When Venus conjuncts Jupiter in your sign on August 11th, just as Mercury stations direct in your second house of values, you could receive a priceless gift from a loved one.
Precious gift?
A priceless gift. What did I say?
Priceless gift. You said priceless. So it's like, wait.
I combined them. Cancer's career zone holds Saturn and Neptune from mid-2025 on. Saturn urges realism while Neptune urges vision, and this can be a tricky combination. Luckily, with your intuitive wisdom, all should go well. These are important days for me. June 9th, you're going to explode in a fiery car crash?
Is that really what it said?
No.
I was like, wait, what?
June 9th, Jupiter enters your sign and house of self-identity for 1 year. Let the good times roll. August 11th, Jupiter conjuncts Venus in your first house. This increases love, happiness, and good fortune.
June 9th and August 11th.
June 9th, August 11th, September, I bring a bomb to an airport.
And don't forget to bomb that like button. The subscribe button.
Blow our shit up.
Yeah, blow us up. Blow it all over us.
Blow on us. Blow me.
Okay. Well, I loved reading those. Let's do an episode where we go get our tarot card reading.
I have tarot cards.
Oh, so okay. So should we do an episode where you bring them and then I Google how to do it and then we try to do it live on camera?
I'll learn how to do it over the next week, because when I got them, I kind of just shuffled them and flipped them and then looked up what the cards meant.
Okay.
But I can learn how to do an actual reading over the week, and then I can come and do one for you. They got the devil and shit on them.
Are you able? Can let me Google it.
You can.
If not, okay. So then you'll be my tarot card reader next week.
Okay.
You should dress very offensively for it.
Very offensively?
Yeah.
You want me to come in a fucking clan outfit? How do I dress offensively for a tarot reading?
There's a certain slur that they use for Romanians that I won't be saying on air.
I mean, I can just cosplay as the Hunchback from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's tangentially associated.
Oh, okay.
Because that was in France when they were trying to get rid of all the Romanians. You ever see that movie?
No. It scared me when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. They do a witch hunt for them. And then the Hunchback saves one.
Frankenstein allegory. I didn't know it was a Romanian allegory.
Yeah. It's in France when they're trying to get rid of all the Romanians.
French.
Yeah.
Stop. If you're French, stop.
Yeah.
Except for our one French listener. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, didn't we get a listener in North Korea this week?
We're popping off in fucking Thailand and Singapore.
Thailand. Let's go.
What are the... Because, okay, you know how some people... okay, if you're from the United States, you're American. If you're from Chile, you're Chilean. What is the Thailand? Is it... It's not Taiwanese because that's Taiwan.
Because that's Taiwan.
Are you Thailander?
You're Thai. That's what it is. Yeah.
Thai. Okay, I was like, it's not Thailander. Okay, let's read socials before we forget again. You'll do your tarot card reading next week. Oh, big stretch. Okay. Twitter at learningcurvepod. Excuse me.
How dare you?
Excuse me. Instagram, we are learningcurve.podcast. I'm forgetting something. Where is our YouTube? Oh, there's a whole other section that I just scrolled past. YouTube, we are at Learning Curve Pod, Bluesky, learningcurvepod.bsky.social, and TikTok, where we're having very lively conversations about leaves and also Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley.
Okay, yeah, if you get pissed at me for that leaf thing, I just want to say, fuck you. You drive a car. I don't want to hear about any of this. The ecosystem bullshit. Like, it's too far gone. I'm just going to rake my fucking leaves.
The scientists were coming for you.
I don't give a fuck. It's one tiny patch of grass.
Okay. Well, if you want to weigh in on that, our TikTok is at Learning Curve Podcast.
Put up the image of the European mind cannot comprehend this.
Slap it.
And that's what you want to bitch at me about leaves while that exists?
Rake them. Come and rake it.
Come and rake it.
Come and rake it. My question for our listeners this week is...
Do it squirt?
Do it squirt?
Is it pink?
Is it? If I had a penny for every time I've had to say it is pink, I would have 1 penny. But that's crazy. No, my question is what is your horoscope for the next year? Tell us. Are you a Leo?
Yeah, what planets are fucking beefing for you right now?
Are you like, is Mercury in retrograde positive for you?
What does any of this shit mean?
Find out next week on the Tarot Card episode of the Learning Curve Podcast.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.